There we go. Let's just try that one again because I forgot to unmute myself. Welcome to the DC United Kingdom podcast. We are actually on audio now, so season 2. That's why I was using the 2 there. It's episode 14, and I am with the 14th guest on the season. It's Kevin Paredes. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate you for having me.
So, obviously, first question, how are you doing?
Great, like we said, we're living, nothing to complain about.
I've seen over on Twitter, it's a bit hot out there at
the moment. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit.
I know how you're feeling because it is, somehow we've managed to have a little mini heat wave from today until tomorrow, so we'll see how that pans out tomorrow. But how's things been since you've been back from Florida then?
But things been good. We're back in training, working hard. So got to see the family, spending time with the family. And that's been really good out here.
Yeah, that's cool. For those of you who might not have caught up, because I know I've spoken to some people who are hopefully new fans. We'll see how that goes out. You made your debut in the MLS's back tournament, so firstly, congratulations for that.
Thank you.
But secondly, how was it for you? What was it like to finally put on that black and red shirt and make your debut?
Yeah, it was a dream come true. Worked very hard during training all my life for this moment, and it showed that all my hard work is starting to pay off. And thankful for the club, coaches, my teammates for believing me and supporting me throughout the whole process, for giving me a chance to play in my first games. And it was great.
And obviously not probably kind of how you imagined your debut would be down in Florida in front of 0 fans.
Yeah, it was not how I usually imagine it, but it was still playing for the club that I've been supporting for the longest time. It was still a dream come true for me.
And I kind of wanted to ask you, why soccer? What actually got you into it? Because I know soccer isn't exactly the number one sport in America.
It was actually my brothers. They first they started playing baseball because my parents are Dominican, and baseball is a big sport in the Dominican Republic. But my parents thought it was too long, so they decided just to put us in soccer, and my brothers loved it, and then they got me competitive. They got me into it, so thanks to my brothers, I started playing soccer.
Nice, I think we're all thankful too, because some of the performances you were putting out, we over here in the UK, we've got a MLS UK group over on Twitter, so all the fans get together, so whether it's Orlando City, Atlanta United, New York City FC, or whoever it is, we've all got a nice big community there, and everyone was just saying how good you were, so that must be nice.
Yeah, it's nice. That's good to hear.
You are being noticed over here in the UK, which, I was really looking forward to seeing you make your debut, and it was great to see, because I think as a club we're starting to really put a lot of effort into homegrown talents. Because you've got yourself, you've got Griffin Yao, you've got Moses as well, and you've obviously had the likes of Bill Hamid and Nehara in the past who've come through from the academy. So what was it like coming through the academy and making that progression, obviously Loudoun United, and then into the first team? What kind of process is that?
Yeah, it was a long and challenging process. There was 100 kids in my age group that are trying to do the exact same thing for trying to get to the next step, and I was lucky enough to be one of the 3 out of our age group to make a difference. And it's a lot of talented kids in my area, in the DMV, that I got. Fortunately for me, I got the position and I got the opportunity. So coming up through Loudoun as well, it was a big step from academy to Loudoun, much more mature, bigger, stronger, faster. So that jump was a good jump. I thought I could handle it, but it was still a lot challenging in both areas, both the academy and Loudoun.
And you made your Loudoun debut, I think it was September last year. Can you actually remember that game?
Yeah, I do. I got subbed on think around the 70th minute against SKC's second team, and sure we won 4-2. Yeah, we won 4-2 at that game. Yeah, I remember that pretty good.
And obviously, still fresh in the memory. You remember your DC United debut, right?
Oh, for sure. I drink. I watch it every day. Almost every day. I go
Really?
back to the Toronto game. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it like being on the pitch in that game? Because there were some heavy challenges going, and was that bit of a argy-bargy, as what we like to call it over here at the end of the game as well?
Yeah, it's a lot different than just a normal academy game. I thought it would no fans that I'm used to. It would be just a similar game to what I'm used to playing, but to be honest with you, it was really different. It was extremely hot. It was really fast. It was faster paced than the academy or Loudon, and more talented guys on the pitch. But yeah, they put me on for a reason, and so I had to show out and give it my all.
And can you remember what the instructions were from Ben that he gave you on your debut?
He told me stay relaxed, stay calm, play my game, and work hard. That was good instructions for me.
Nice and simple.
Nice and simple.
No overcomplications there.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, obviously, the games in Florida, there were at strange kickoff times.
Mm-hmm.
I should know. I woke up at 2:30 a.m. over here to watch that last game.
Yeah.
But how was that for the preparations for it? Because that must have been a bit strange, preparing for a 9 a.m. kickoff, then having, I think it was 8 o'clock, and then a 10:30 kickoff. What was that like?
It was kind of difficult for me and some of the other players. It was hard getting up at one day 5 a.m. over here, and then the next we just have a team meal at like 7:30 for the 10:30 game. So it was strange. But other teams were going through the exact same thing, so we can't really say anything about it. But we managed it, and we gave it our all, you know.
Yeah. And that's all we can ask for, is that you put 100% in, I think. What was it like being in the bubble compared to preparing for a game back at home? Obviously, I know your debut was in this tournament, but compared to how you prepare for a Loudoun United game, how was it in that bubble?
For me, I'd say it wasn't different. I was doing the exact same routine I would do here. I was doing my pregame showers, my pregame sleep, all the exact same things I do when I'm at home or any game. So I would say it wasn't really much difference. It's the only thing that I didn't have my family around, and it was just there always a little spark to the mornings or to afternoon games for me. So it was I want to say it was 100% different, but it was little tweaks in there. It was slight off.
And when you're in that locker room preparing, do you guys listen to tunes, or do you just kind of focus on everything? What is it like inside that locker room?
It's a mixture of both. We have guys listen to their own music, or we have the loudspeaker on. It's just whatever we can do during that time in the locker to stay mentally prepared, physically prepared. I wouldn't say everyone's off doing their own thing, but we're all still together in the locker room, and yeah, we're ready to go.
So, who's the wildest in that locker room?
The wildest? I would say either Felipe, Freddie Briant, or out of us young guys, I would say myself.
I've heard you young guys like to have a little bit of a party, or a little bit of a pranksters. Could I say that?
Yeah, we're usually in the corner, and me, Griffin, or Moses, or Fish at times. Actually, I would say Fish is one of the craziest one too. And so we're all in like we like our own music and stuff, but we like the similar taste. So we're there just dancing in the corner, getting loose. We're having fun, but still staying focused for the game. So it's nice to have those guys around too.
Yeah. Make you feel a bit more relaxed and
definitely.
Easy to enjoy the game, I suppose.
Yes, very.
So in terms of club support, have you always been a DC United fan, or have you followed any other teams?
Yeah, from basically for here, since I'm been in Virginia, I my older brother actually started watching DC. I didn't really know much about DC, but I still like watch games and stuff. Go to RFK. His
Yeah,
favorite player was Jaime Moreno, and then I started picking up on DC,
yeah,
and then my favorite player was Christian Gomez. So I was a big Christian Gomez fan for the longest time. And
nice.
yeah, so it was like around I don't know 5, 6, 7. That's when I started, really following DC. And then when I made the move to the academy around 12 or 13, it was a dream come true.
Yeah. And of course, you're too young to really. You weren't even born when Jaime Moreno went to DC United, which
Not
makes me
even
feel really old.
I'm not even born yet.
Jaime Moreno is the reason why I support DC United because he came over from my UK team, Middlesbrough.
Okay, middle. Okay, yeah.
So hence why I'm got all this gear and things like that. Why not? So who would you say was your footballing idol? Or who is your football idol?
From since I started playing soccer to this day, is definitely Lionel Messi.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely has to be him. I love that. He doesn't. Nothing affects him of his height, his strength. He still goes out and performs every day. He's creative. He works hard, and that's what I try to base my game off. He seems like he enjoys the game a lot, and there's not much players that have that love to the game like he does. So so I just based everything off him, his hard work, his left foot. I try to replicate stuff that he does, and
yeah,
that's my idol right there.
nice. It's a pretty good idol to have that one.
Yeah, very good, very good.
And the fact that it must be nice to see someone who's still loyal to the one club
Hmm.
because you don't get that often these days.
Yes, yes, it's great to see that he's still at Barca. I'm a Barca fan, and things are not the strongest right now, but it's good to see that Messi's still sticking around, still staying strong for us.
Yeah. And have you actually ever managed to get over to Barcelona to see a game yet?
Nah,
No.
nah. I've actually seen them play once when they came for their international games here.
And we're back. So apologies about that. You know, technology is great when it works, and when it doesn't, it does that. So thank you for sticking around. I can see we've still got 4 viewers currently live, so that's great. If you're listening to on your podcast, I hope you've just skipped that break and got to this point. Whilst you're at it, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the like button wherever it is along the bottom here, because I'm streaming using OBS and I still don't know where everything is. You know, gonna try and make some comedy out of there. I know I've lost where we were, but let's move on to some of your downtime things that you do, because I've heard you're pretty good at FIFA.
I'm decent, you know. I smacked a couple guys on our team, but yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at FIFA.
I love the modesty. That's brilliant.
I'm a decent FIFA player.
So, what kind of game modes do you tend to play? Do you go with the Ultimate Team, or are you be a pro? What do you do?
Big Ultimate Team player.
Yeah.
Big Ultimate Team player. Yeah, I play a lot of Ultimate Team. My brother, my other brother, he played a lot of Ultimate Team. So then I started picking up on him. He used to smack me a lot, but I started getting better. And yeah, it's just that brother competition right there. So no matter what we do, I always try to be better than them and whatever it is. But yeah, big Ultimate Team player. Like I said, smack a couple of guys on our team around. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
I feel like I need to rebuy FIFA, because I've not bought it for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to be number 2 in the UK.
Interesting.
What, are you an Xbox or are you a PlayStation?
Xbox.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do it.
You might have to. I mean,
I'm gonna have to do it.
You might have to. What FIFA did you have?
The last FIFA I had was FIFA 17. So, like I said, I've not played it for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
But this is going back a while. So again, I think you were born in 2003.
2003, yes.
Yeah. So you would have been 2 years old when when FIFA 06 came out.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one where I got to number 2 in the UK. Almost made it. This is going to sound like a bit of a sob story, but I almost made it to the FIFA World Player Gala, because that was the big competitions that used to have back in those days.
Mm-hmm.
Until the last day, I was in the top rankings, and then the classic EA Sports EA server disconnection happened. And it was against me, not the guy I was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my internet was all right, and I lost a lot of points and was out of the top 10.
Internet.
So I could have met the likes of Lionel Messi, John Terry, Ronaldinho. But no.
Sad story. Always the internet.
It is the story of technology, internet cutting out.
Yeah, frustrating.
So I feel like I'm going to have to get FIFA back, have a few practice goes, and then we'll have to have a game.
For sure. I'm so ready. So ready.
The only thing that does put me off is Ultimate Team, because I'm not the biggest fan of the way that works. So we'd have to go with DC United each, I think. Level playing field.
That's perfect too. Hopefully I'll be on the next one so I can play with myself.
That was like, speaking of that, I know this is going to sound really random. I was speaking to one of the guys over here in the UK who runs the Orlando City UK account. He's actually made you and Moses on FIFA.
He did?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's funny. What rating are we?
So Taylor, if you're watching or if you're listening, that's a shout out for you right now. So yeah, he was telling me earlier on today. So that was I was like, I've got to talk to Kevin about FIFA.
Props to him. Love it.
So out of the squad, who was the worst at FIFA then?
I don't know if it's my place yet to say who I had to skunk, but I'm trying to let time go by a little bit until I can say who got the biggest L.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm just not my place. Yeah.
Come on.
I can't. I just can't. Not right now. Not right now. Not
Can you say the scoreline at the very least?
I think it was 10-0 maybe. 10-0, 11-0. I don't know. I remember it was some high. Like I think it was 10. Yeah.
Oh dear. Whoever that was being shamed. You should have quit way before you got the 10th.
And he decided to play it out, so I said okay.
Props then. Props to that. So apart from yourself, who are the other good players in the squad?
I'm gonna say Sorga.
Yeah.
Earl gave me some good games, but lately he hasn't been on it. I've been smacking him around. I think it's them two, Sorga and Earl.
Nice. So talk me through your FIFA Ultimate Team then. Who's in it?
On my Ultimate Team?
Yeah.
Let's see. I have Legend Lineker.
Nice.
Who else do I have? I have like Team of the Season, Odegaard. One of Ansu Fati's like really good card that he just came out.
Yeah.
Team of the Season, PK, Ter Stegen, Ramos, Trent, Salah.
I'm not hearing Messi here.
Man, if I had the money, if I had the coins for him, I would definitely get Messi. It was like Guardiola, and yeah, I think and Jordi Alba is my outside though. Yeah.
Nice. Have you actually spent any actual money on this game on Ultimate Team?
Yes, I have. I have. I can't lie. Yes, I have on Ultimate Team. Trying to get some good packs, but EA is just never on my side.
The amount of people I know, I couldn't bring myself to do that. I don't know why, but I just couldn't. Ooh.
Yeah, it was frustrating. Very.
So do you play regularly online, or is it just kind of mess around with the guys in the club?
Yeah, especially now I haven't really picked up on FIFA in a couple months actually, because I was still in school, and towards the end of school I was a little behind because I was playing a lot of FIFA. So I made sure I was getting my work done, and then after that, I just had to take a break out of FIFA. You know? Sometimes it can be frustrating, so I didn't want to let a game get me frustrated. So I haven't played since.
So you said you're still at school, which again makes me feel really, really old.
Yeah.
What if you weren't a footballer? Soccer player.
Mm-hmm.
What would you be doing? Do you reckon?
I know
you're only 17, but you've got to think about your future here.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Like maybe I really maybe IT stuff like my dad, but I wasn't really a big fan of his work. But maybe it's something if I actually like being like a coach or an agent, something like that. Yeah, keep it on the soccer side.
Yeah. So I think the kind of the natural progression for a lot of footballers will be to go into something like coaching. So
yes.
So that's potentially something you would do in the future?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely being a coach, an agent, someone that still involves with the sport would be great.
Nice. Let me just check to make sure I've gone through everything I want to. I think so. I think we've covered everything.
It's good, yeah.
Not bad, apart from obviously that little 5-minute break we had there.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Kevin, for taking the time out to join me on this show. I know it's been a lovely little half an hour that we've had here.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I've just had a little comment from Plate Pixels just asking who was your soccer hero when you started playing, which I think you mentioned was Lionel Messi.
Yes, sir. Well, Messi was my idol. Still is.
I've got one last question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you could pick a player from the past or the present to play alongside you, apart from Lionel Messi, who would it be?
Ooh. I would probably say Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho, yes, definitely. Just like Messi, he loves the sport so much. He always has a smile. his creativity on the ball, his technique and everything is just unbelievable. So he'll probably be Ronaldinho.
Yeah. He's an absolute legend of the game. So
Yeah.
Great choice.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, like I said, thank you for taking the time out of a really, really warm day over there in the States and ridiculously hot for us anyway. I mean, up in the north of England, we don't handle heat very well. If it gets above 20 degrees Celsius, I'm out. I'm out of it.
Yeah, very high.
I've got. I think we looked at earlier. I think it's 87 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow.
I'd imagine it would be more during the day, but
yeah,
I'm
not looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's not fun.
But yes, so yeah, thank you for coming on and stay safe out there.
Thank you.
For all the viewers, because hopefully you're watching, you're still there. We've had some more questions. Do you want to go some?
For sure, yeah.
Questions out there.
For sure.
We've got another one from Plate Pixels, who's actually one of the guys who works for the same company as I do over here in the UK. What's your favourite goal ever?
My favourite goal ever. Ooh. I'm gonna say when I was playing with the national team, we were playing against Netherlands, and we were down 3-1 in like the 92nd minute, and we had 2 minutes left in stoppage time, and I got a goal in the last minute, and I megged like 2 of their players, and like I shot it, and it went like I megged both of them somehow, and then a minute later, less than a minute later, we got a third goal to tie the game. So favorite game and favorite goal probably.
Nice, great comeback.
Yeah, great comeback.
How the heck did you not make 2 of them?
I honestly don't know. I just hit it. It hit the post. It came to me to my left foot. I hit it. Megged the first guy. Megged the second guy. 3-2.
Nice.
Yeah, just like that.
Nice. Another comment that's just come through on the live chat here. Shaya from Between Clean Sheets, who still hasn't been on the podcast yet, and I've invited her.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to come on. She says you were her favourite player of the tournament, favourite DC player.
I'm proud. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's really nice.
I do think there's a lot of love for you from that tournament. So great showing. So fantastic, and long may it continue. If we get the rest of the season, because I don't think any one of us knows what's going to happen. I mean, there's obviously the talks of them trying to get back to the home market. So fingers crossed.
Hopefully, yes.
You get some more game time this year.
Yes.
If not, we'll just have to wait till next year. And she's just asked a question. Who do you think will win the MLS's back tournament?
Wow, I'm either going to say LAFC or Philly Union. I think those are some two strong teams that are been doing very well during this tournament. I've been watching.
Yeah. I mean, you look at LAFC without Carlos Vela.
Yeah.
And they're still...
De Rossi's, wow. Rossi's out there killing it.
But surprises of the tournament, Orlando and Cincinnati. Because Orlando is still in it.
Yeah, they're still in
so
it.
They've got LAFC, but Cincinnati, after their season last season, managed to make it out of the group stage, so fair play to them.
It's interesting.
So, again, any other questions from the viewers, get them in quickly, because I think we'll eventually wrap it up. So we'll give it a minute or two. So I'll just say a few things. So again, thank you for tuning in. It's great to see you, and hopefully you'll be listening out and continue and subscribe to the show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you look in the description, you'll see loads of different links. So you've got things like the merch. If you're watching, you can see what I'm wearing. You can buy one of these t-shirts. You can join us at DC UK. So we've got the private Twitter group, which we chat about obviously we talked about the MLS's back tournament. We talk all things DC United and anything else that anyone wants to chat about. And I think we've also got linked to things like whatever the intro song was, which is, I think it's pretty gnarly. You've got to like your own intro. Cool little graphics in there now. So, oh, here we go. We've got one last question before we do finally wrap it up. Who on the team would be the worst TikTok dancer?
Worst TikTok dancer.
So I know a few of the guys have got TikTok.
Yes. I'm gonna say. I'm either gonna say Steve Birnbaum or maybe Chris Seitz. Maybe I don't know if they have rhythm like that. I don't know. I haven't really seen them dancing, so I would probably say either of them two.
I'm going to put that down to the fact that they dance, and as soon as you become a dad, you lose all rhythm. I'm just going to say I can vouch for that one, because as soon as I became a dad earlier on this year, my rhythm gone. Some say I didn't have any to start off with, but it's definitely gone now.
Yeah, I haven't seen them dance, but I don't know if they have rhythm like that.
Oh, thank you for all those comments coming through there. That was a nice little end to the show. So, yeah, once more, thank you, Kevin, for taking the time out. It's been appreciated. Thank you to everyone tuning in live, and thank you to everyone who listens in after.